Welcome to the full high-ticket offer guide. High-ticket programs are becoming more dominant in the coaching scene day by day, which is why in this video I will reveal the reason for that, but also give you the full A to Z blueprint on how to actually create these high-ticket offers so you can deliver them for your clients and make tons of money. So let's get right into the full guide on high-ticket offers, guys. So I want to make this video as detailed and valuable as possible because, as I said, guys, the scene is moving more and more toward high-ticket stuff and you need to be adapting, you need to transition your priorities, guys, and that's what we will be doing in this video. So yeah, and before we actually go into creating a high-ticket offer, I want to make sure you understand why this shift is happening in the first place, guys. That's very crucial, guys. Why is everybody going toward high ticket? I am going to explain this. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. The reason for high ticket offers taking over the full market is simply that they work better than anything else, you know? High ticket mentorships solve the problem guaranteed. And that's why they cost between $1,000 and $5,000 in like one-time fees, you know? They solve the problem guaranteed. Simply because you have direct one-to-one access to an already successful person that knows everything about the business model. So you can just ask questions to this person, you can just get your stuff reviewed and stuff. Success is basically inevitable because you always have someone looking over your shoulder and telling you exactly what to do in the next stage. It's insane in my opinion. High-ticket mentorships are a time portal for people aspiring to learn something, you know? And what I mean by time portal is basically the mentor learned everything about a topic for the last 2 years or something, you know? And he's able to synthesize this information for you so you can learn it in just 3 months or something because he is cutting out all of the crap and he shows you exactly what is working in this particular day and age, you know? He's just cutting out all of the fluff and you are sparing tons of time by investing into such a high-ticket mentorship, you know? And we all know that time is more valuable than money because money is essentially like infinite, but we only live so many years, you know, like 80 to 100 years or something. So yeah, time is much more important, guys, you know, because you will be making the money back, right? And also you will get your investment of like $1,000 to like 5K back anyway after staying in a mentorship for 2 to 4 months or something, depending on like how fast you are at like implementing all of the sauce, you know, and you will have learned the skill and be able to print money forever, you know. So it's like huge return on investment if you invest into such a program, you know. These are the reasons as to why high-ticket mentorships are dominating the market. They are much better than like these low-ticket schools and stuff. They simply work better than anything else, you know. So yeah. And if you as a copywriter don't know or understand how to create a high-converting, high-ticket program for your clients, then how are you going to be able to do the marketing for it, you know? If you don't know what actually goes inside of a program, like a high-ticket mentorship, how are you going to be able to write copy for it, you know? You have to understand these offers in the first place. Otherwise, you can't market them, you know? So yeah, you need to understand what goes inside in order to write good copy for it. That's what this video will be about, guys. We will start things like very boring kind of, you know, it's not boring, but it's just like a little bit more simple and get to the juicier parts later in this video, guys. So please bear with me, things are going to become increasingly more valuable after some time, guys. So the very first step before actually creating the high-ticket program will be step number 1, market research, guys. Before you are able to write good copy that actually appeals to the audience, guys, that holds up a mirror to your audience, you need to understand them, guys. You need to understand your dream avatar, like the customer avatar, you know. You need to know what they are thinking, you need to know what they are struggling with and what they secretly want but can't say out loud because it's like kind of controversial or something or too over the top or people would like say, oh, this is not going to work and stuff, you know. You need to understand the avatar, the beliefs, fears, suspicions, everything, you know. Truthfully, without real market research, you are just guessing what the audience wants to see, you know. And we don't do guesswork here. We will make money by implementing working systems and not taking like gambles and guesses, So yeah, very important. And the reason as to why you need to understand them so deeply, guys, is that they don't buy your client's mentorship, like the feature essentially, because the mentorship is not like the benefit they get. They buy the outcome, meaning like the benefit or result that they believe your creator can help them get, You need to sell them on, how do you say this? You need to sell them on making 10K a month, and you don't sell them on like Agency Navigator or however like the program will be called for your client, whatever. You always sell them on the outcome, and you can only show them that outcome if you know exactly where they are starting from, And I am going to explain to you how to do market research in a minute, but first let me give you a very easy to understand example why you need to do market research, guys. Let's say you work with a real estate client, and both of you think that launching a high ticket that teaches people to get to 10K a month, which is like the outcome, will be the best bet, You decide to launch the program, but nobody buys, Why? Because the audience ended up being more advanced or something. That can be like one reason as to why people won't buy into the program. They are already on average at 20K a month and they want to get to 100K a month, So 10K a month is not going to be something they want, of course, And you only found that out after you did market research with this guy's audience, Because the audience, the dream avatar, is entirely different for every single niche and creator, So very important to understand. It's extremely important to nail the packaging and the offer. And that's why you need to be doing market research, guys. So now that you understand that you need to do market research, now to the no fluff approach on how to do market research for your creator that does not have a high ticket program yet. Because of course, if they already have like a high ticket program, you can't like just simply launch it and people will buy it. Because first of all, you will have to nurture these leads into actually wanting to buy the program, because all of the people that are like nurtured enough will already be bought into the program, So this like kind of only works for unmonetized creators, like the type of launch I'm showing to you. Otherwise, you will have to like do like webinars or provide like more content and stuff. So yeah, simply, guys, for like this, the step number 1, the market research. Let him post a story on his Instagram or a post on his YouTube feed, that says something like this, Yeah, I am putting together a new one-to-one program where I am helping a few people get desired result, blah, blah, blah. 10 people with a quick survey, blah, blah, blah. These people will get early access. So you give them like some incentive so they actually show up to the call, And that's like one thing you can do. And then your creator implements your Calendly or Zoom link, because you will be doing like the market research, because you of course build the funnel and you will write the VSL. You will do like all of the packaging and like kind of packaging the offer, which is why you do the market research instead of him, And you guide them through specific questions in that Zoom call to understand their avatar better, guys, And also to get some ideas on what the creator's audience wants to see in terms of the features for the high ticket offer, And as for the questions you have to ask, I have something prepared for you guys, a full bonus. The link will be in the bio below this video. So I prepared like a full kind of market research call flow, some like a full script that you can use for asking questions to like the audience of the creator that you work with. This is like the full market research kind of call flow you can use for yourself, so you actually understand which questions you should kind of ask, Very important to understand. And by the way, the creator's audience will be happy to help, You can of course like also give them some sort of an like incentive, like, oh yeah, you will get early access or something, but usually they will be happy to help because they just love to help like their favorite creator, So yeah, now that you understand their avatar and what they would like to see, you can start crafting and positioning the offer, guys. Now it's going to be becoming like very interesting, And I am going to just throw some buzzwords into like your mind so you understand like how the offer can look in terms of its packaging, So you can do something like, dropshipping course, how to make 10K a month, and buzzwords like retire family, you can quit your 9 to 5, you stop feeling directionless and overwhelmed, and you get one-to-one access instead of courses because that's what you prefer, These are like buzzwords, kind of angles, kind of positionings you could throw into like your offer so people understand where they are at right now and where they will go with your coaching in the future. These are like some buzzwords kind of. These might be like the most common pains in like the audience, and this might be like the most common benefit they want to achieve when actually buying the program, So yeah, and this is like the most common feature that they like to see from you, so they actually get results, So yeah, and that's everything for the market research already, guys. Now to step number 2, creating the high ticket offer. This is where you and your creator decide what features go into the program, And to keep things simple, I want to list all of the potential features you can offer right now and give you some examples for that, so you actually understand what these can be, So the very first feature of like the full kind of high ticket mentorship will be courses, guys. Highly valuable courses in which the creator teaches everything he knows about the unique mechanism or business model, if it's like a make money online niche, that he utilizes in his own life and more, This is like a highly valuable course. And examples for this will be, let's stick like with the copywriting example, because that's essentially like the business I'm in, and I can give you some good ideas on that, So we can have like a full outreach course, a sales call course, service delivery course, scaling course, pricing course, modules on mindset and productivity, where the creator teaches everything on how to fulfill these kind of things so he can make 10K a month like guaranteed, That's one example for the courses. Now to feature number 2, group calls, guys. 3 to 5 group calls per week in which the creator answers questions or goes on stage and presents some value to the members, guys. That's like kind of the way to provide like dynamic value to the audience, because of course after they watch like the courses, there's nothing going to be inside anymore for them. So you need to be delivering like dynamic value in the form of like weekly group calls, So yeah, now to feature number 3, which will be the community, a chat or community where members can interact with other members and find relationships and build connections, By the way, sorry for using these filler words too often. I say way too often. Someone mentioned it in the comments. Thanks for that. I need to fix it definitely. So yeah, chat categories can be something like wins, like posting wins, posting value for others, and you give like some prizes or like incentives for them, so they actually are like motivated to post some value just to increase engagement for your program. You can make like a questions kind of category, or like a general tab where they can just interact with other people, like discussions or something. So yeah, feature number 4. Most importantly, guys, personal access, guys. That's what all the people are going to love, and that's the reason why you are able to charge such a high price point. So one-to-one access to the creator, where they can directly message you or like the creator. You get your stuff reviewed from the creator, and he helps you with everything. So success will basically be inevitable, guys. He will just review everything from you. So how are you going to lose? It's impossible. And that's everything for the offer creation, guys. Now to step number 3, writing the VSL outline. By the way, I have a full YouTube video on how to write VSLs in detail, guys. The video is called something like how to write killer VSLs or something. I don't know. It's like one of my past videos in like the last 2 or 3 weeks or something. And you will see like the full script in there, the full like outline you kind of create. So you can actually like get some people to opt into like the type form or like the button, they click it and actually opt into the thing. So yeah. You only create the outline, not the full script, guys, because if you create the full script, the creator is not going to speak like very fluently. You want him to be able to fill like all of those bullet points that you give to him with his own words, so it sounds kind of natural and not like very like robotic or something. Make sure it's just an outline, not the full script, And finally, you let the creator record it, as simple as that. Now to step number 4, creating the full funnel, guys. You can create a high ticket funnel with either ClickFunnels or go high level. I'm pretty sure there are like some other like kind of funnel builders that are like cheaper or maybe even free, but I prefer to go like with the big ones that actually work and are like very simple to use. And I personally go with go high level because that's also where my email service provider is located at as well. So it makes like integration and everything kind of easy, you know. You can also use ClickFunnels, but I prefer go high level for that. And the landing page copy goes by this structure, guys. Of course, this is very vague, you know. Headline, VSL, CTA button, and some testimonials below that. But if you want some more specific value on that, how to actually create like the landing page, if you want to know exactly how to do it, I also have a YouTube video on this. It's called like how to write killer sales pages. You can also go ahead and check this out if you want even more in-depth source on how to actually create the thing, you know. After you created the funnel, you need to add a type form behind the button with some questions, guys. Basically asking them where they are at right now and where they want to go. Because the type form that they fill out will be sent to the creator or his employed appointment setters and closers. So you won't be doing the closing calls. Of course, you can do them if you are like more along the lines of a growth partner, you know, but mostly appointment setters, closers, or like the creator himself will do the thing. You are just there for like converting the traffic and stuff, but you can also do this if you really want to, but it's not necessary as a copywriter. And these people, like the appointment setters, will call the prospect and try to help him make the right decision and ultimately get him to buying the program. And if they are like a fit for the program, if they are qualified, they will be sent over to the closer and the closer will be closing the deal. And yeah. Now to step number 5, guys, setting up the group. You simply set up the Discord or school. For like high ticket programs, I prefer Discord because it's like very good for engagement. You have chats, you have like calls and stuff, and which for Zoom, you would always have to go like with Zoom calls and stuff. For like school, it's very bad. So yeah, I prefer Discord, and maybe you can upload the courses on school or WOP, but yeah, like for the calls and for the community, definitely keep it on Discord. You create the chat categories and you upload all the courses, you know, as simple as that. You or your client also set up payment processing by using WOP. That's like the best payment processor out there. Stripe or Payments AI can also work, but WOP is definitely the best, guys. Now, to step number 6, guys, launching the offer. Simply post a story on Instagram or on YouTube, like you did with like the market research story, saying something like, yeah, the one-to-one mentorship is finally live, click the link down below to get more information, blah, blah, blah. And now you will get traffic to the funnel and people will opt into the type form so you can actually make some money, you know. And now to the last stage, which will be step number 7, closing deals. Now the closers or the creator himself will close all the deals. And this can also be your job, but as a copywriter, you typically don't have to do that. You know, if you are a growth partner doing kind of everything in the sales process, you can do this as well. But after some time, you can also kind of hire setters and closers like for your own kind of agency. So you don't have to use like other kind of setters and closers from the client, you know. So it's like your own kind of team that gets huge amounts of money in like the sales process of a creator, you know. It's like a very easily implementable system for your creator, and he doesn't have to have like setters and closers on his own, you know. And that's everything that goes into creating a high ticket offer, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below. Hope you made it this far, guys. If you want even more value on copywriting, outreach and stuff, feel free to join my free school. There's a link in the bio where I teach you even more on like outreach, copywriting and stuff. And there's also like a free 2-hour outreach masterclass in there telling you exactly how to get your very first client in the next 4 to 8 weeks. If you are willing to put in the work and if you already have the service delivery side of things figured out. There are only 172 people in there, so you are still pretty early because there will be thousands of people inside. And by the way, this is almost like a paid mentorship because I answer your questions for free in there, and I also review your outreaches so you can get a client guaranteed. So yeah, hope to see you inside, hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.